Hello, everybody. Welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. This is episode 4. I'm Sean Cobble.
I'm Sean Sorensen.
And we have a special guest this week. It's our first guest. It is Jason Craycroft. Say hi, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Jason's come to lend us a hand this week with some books. He's got some. He's got his own little special slot. Special slot. Towards the end of the show, he's going to recommend some of his favorites. It's a little segment called That Shit Cray.
Yeah, they're my favorites. They're my victims' favorites.
His victims' favorites. Band-luring goodness. So we got a lot going on this show. We got a lot of books to review, all kinds of news. I might have a little rant or two later.
Yay.
People seemed to like that last week.
I like hatred.
And I wasn't even planning on doing another one, but then I read a couple things on the interwebs this week that kind of made me angry. There is, spoiler alert, there's going to be some spoilers in this episode. Hopefully not a whole lot, but we might drop a bomb or two that some of you crazy kids might not want to hear about. So just be warned. We're not going to ruin everything for you.
Just to give you a heads up, this will probably be an offensive episode.
Yeah.
Someone might be offended by the end of this episode.
I feel like I should give you a spoiler warning that you guys give spoilers every episode. So it might be just from now on there'll be spoilers.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of think that most of these shows would have spoilers, but some people want to be told ahead of time. But hey, there's going to be spoilers. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to InvestComics.com and Famous Faces and Funnies in West Melbourne, Florida. They help us a lot with the show. InvestComics hosts this wonderful podcast. You can go check them out. They're a great site with news and interviews and comic investment tips and speculator stuff. All kinds of good stuff on there. They do contests. They're giving away pretty soon a signed copy of Vincent Price's House of Horrors #1 by Blue Water Comics. Jay Katz was the writer of that book, and he's going to give out a signed first issue. So go check InvestComics out if you want to see some details on how to win that. Also, check out Famous Faces and Funnies in West Melbourne. It's a great comic shop. There's also a wonderful game shop located inside that store called Get Your Fun On.
It's like Inception.
It is
Store
Inception.
inside a store.
It definitely has a store inside of a store. It's like a banana. Peel away one thing to get something else. So great store. They have a game night every Thursday night.
Take that, Famous.
I don't know how to handle that.
You are a banana. I want to eat you.
You slip on Famous when you go to get your phone on.
And it's very phallic.
Everyone there's a giant penis.
Lots of dicks.
Wish people could see my face right now. The awkwardness.
But the Famous Faces and Get Your Fun On have a game night every Thursday night from like 6 p.m. until the wee hours of the morning. All kinds of tabletop, role-playing, card games, anything you can think of. It's free. Lots of fun. Go check it out. Also, this coming Wednesday... What is the date for this Wednesday?
The 13th.
The 13th of February.
Roundtable.
Ash Wednesday.
Yes. Ash Wednesday. So don't give up pizza yet for Lent.
Get your upside down
Crap,
cross on me.
This one Lent? See, I don't know these things.
Yes.
I got to give up something for till Easter?
Fat Tuesday is Tuesday, yes.
I usually give up religion.
Yes.
That's a good one to give up.
I gave it up a long time ago.
So have I, but I like challenging myself. I only got to make it like a month.
I'm thinking it maybe
March?
there's people out there that should give up touching little boys. That's maybe something
I'll
they should try to give up.
I'll give up Superior Spider-Man.
That goes along with giving up religion, though.
Yeah, that's true. But the Roundtable, you come check it out. It's free to sit and talk comics and
listen to kids talk about Transformers.
Yeah,
that's just amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's fun.
I can't stop that.
I'm not because I'm creepy.
That kid is eerily intelligent and is probably going to do something terrible.
I hope he doesn't listen to this. This would be horrible.
Oh, God. It has an explicit rating on it, doesn't it? Fuck.
Yeah.
There you go. Done.
Yeah. But come out to the Roundtable. It's free. Play some trivia, talk some comics and games and movies and TV and geek culture. And if you bring $2 along, you can have pizza and drinks also. You don't have to, but it's fun. It's a good time. And the food is delicious from CC's Pizza. Delicious pizza. Oh, their dessert pizza is awesome, dude. So
Their
good.
cinnamon rolls are good.
Man, that...
They do a hell of a service cleaning out my colon.
Yes, they do. It's like a wire brush.
That's more it's like, you just read all your comic books that night.
It is a lot like a wire brush.
Oh, God.
I happen to enjoy the CC's Pizza, at least for the first couple hours.
That's when you get home and you realize, like, bad decision. Just running.
Oh, bad decision. I love you.
Usually when you're clutching your butt and screaming bad decision, though, you haven't just eaten. So it's okay.
Speaking of clutching your butt and screaming bad decision, we got our 100th like on Facebook. And it's from my buddy Austin Saylor. So we got a big shout out. I know 100 likes doesn't seem like that much. We've only been doing this for a month, so I'm pretty happy to get
We went from like 75 to 110 in like 2 days.
We're at like 120 likes right now. But Austin Saylor, my buddy from Louisville, Kentucky, was our 100th like. So, and every time I think of him, I end up grabbing my butt and start thinking about a bad decision. I'll never forget that night, Austin.
This podcast went south real fast.
Yeah.
4 episodes.
Austin is an awesome dude. He works at the Book and Music Exchange in Louisville, Kentucky, which is a special little store. special little store.
Holds a special place in your heart. Is that where you clenched your butt for the first time?
Yes, and for the first few times.
Your butt heart?
There's some... Yes, my butt heart. And the cockles of my butt heart.
Cobblescockles.com.
Cobblescockles.com. Come check it out.
Trademark.
Interesting pictures.
2012.
Baby dick.
We can talk about baby dick.
We'll talk about baby dick later.
Is that on?
Not like that. But thank you, Austin, for the 100th like. Austin is an awesome dude.
Put a trademark.
I hear he's got a large penis, ladies. His girlfriend would probably not like if you attempted to touch it.
Does she listen to this?
Probably not.
How many chicks really listen to
But
this?
if you do, hi Autumn. But thanks again, Austin, and thank you all for liking the page. And we hope you enjoy this podcast. Give us some feedback, good, bad. I don't really care. Just tell us what you think of it. That hurt.
All right, so we got news.
There's all kinds of news.
The first thing is the DC cancellations that they announced this week. Do you have a list of them?
There's 6 of them.
Savage Hawkman.
We mentioned that before.
They're shocking to no one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sword of Sorcery, Deathstroke,
Ravagers.
All right, we're doing this without looking, so that's 4.
It's good. You can do it.
Nope, got nothing else.
I believe in
Team
you.
7.
Team 7, okay, there's one more.
And Firestorm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by any of this.
No. But what sucks is I actually...
Rob Liefeld had something to do with almost all of those, though, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Ravagers, no surprise. Sword of Sorcery, it wasn't terrible, and the backup was pretty good, but it's not the right market for that book right now. It needs to be more of a backup in something else. Team 7, I kind of liked it. I don't know, it just couldn't really take off. Deathstroke had the Rob Liefeld touch of death.
What?
Anything he touches gets
The first arc was really
book
good.
AIDS, basically.
Okay, so it got bad after I stopped reading it then.
Yeah, the first arc by
was
Tom
all right.
Higgins was really good.
Yeah.
Rob Liefeld took over, got really bad. Justin Jordan took over and was okay again.
But I think the Rob Liefeld lost it so many readers that people were just afraid to go back because it was obviously, when they give it to Rob Liefeld, they're pretty much considering it a throwaway book, I think, at this point. And what sucks is I didn't care for Firestorm when it first started. I didn't mind the writing. Gail Simone was good, but I just didn't like the character, how they were doing him, and so I gave up on it. And I just went back and started rereading it because it's got Joe Harris writing it now, and I actually kind of liked it. Still don't love this version of the character, but the book wasn't bad. It had some good parts. I can see it moving up, but now I think it was too late. It was too late starting on a good path. So, but Firestorm and Hawkman and Deathstroke were 3 of the original 52, so it's 3 more of the original down.
They'll make it 19, 20 issues, something like that. So good for them.
Probably 20, which is way more than I expected out of Deathstroke.
They probably just kept it around for Arrow.
Yeah.
That's probably all it was. Like, maybe the show will change it. Nope.
But and they've also announced 2 books. I guess they're still going to be doing the 52 books. Is what they're keeping
If these are the 2 books I heard, sounds horrible.
One of them is called Green Team.
Yep.
One is called The Movement.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
They are basically...
I'm guessing the movement is going to be much like one.
Have you not heard anything about these?
No, yeah. It's stupid. The 99%.
99% and the 1%. And the 1% is the Green Team. It was a takeoff of an old 70s book.
That Kirby did one issue of or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it's appeared a couple times since in one-offs. It's a team of super rich kids running around trying to be heroes. But I don't think it's going to be exactly that this time. It's basically going to be I don't know. That's kind of the thing's been done a million times ago. Like I have so much money, I'm going to be a hero. That's Batman. That's Green Arrow. That's
Macmillan and Wife.
That is Macmillan and Wife.
Is that Rockford Files? No.
What
was the rich? What was the one where they were married and rich?
Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart. It was Heart to Heart.
Fuck yeah, Heart
the
to
comic. Who wouldn't buy that?
But I don't know about these two books. I mean, one of them is done by Gail Simone. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one she's doing.
Probably the 99% one.
I know this is poor.
They're really not striking
Journalism,
on the iron
but
top.
okay.
Neither one of them is appealing. I don't know. I'll give them a shot.
They'll make it 8 issues.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll... I don't know what they're going to do with the other 4 openings. I know what I would do with 4 openings.
Yeah, you would.
But we'll see. I mean, I'm sure they're going to... Something about when they've released the solicitations for May, and they left out some of the Green Lantern solicitations, and they left out like all of the Edge solicitations. So maybe it's going to be some stuff in those universes that they're going to add.
Oh, those come out Monday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they release Monday at 5.
So I don't know what the deal is with that. I can't see them adding another Green Lantern book. They already have at least one too many.
They're going to add another one. They're going to add one for Baz because they're going to bring Hal back.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could deal with that, but they need to get rid of Red Lanterns. That book's poop.
They won't. It's
So
a Lantern
Baz is
book.
in Justice League America.
He'll have his own book.
Yeah.
'Cause they gotta
Vibe
bring
and
out
Katana
their own.
are in Justice League America. They got their own books.
Katana comes out.
Catwoman is in it. She's got her own book for something.
I'm a Get Vibe. I don't care.
I'm gonna
I
get
love breakdancing. Anything breakdancing.
I'm going to
Love
get
it.
2. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to get Katana, too.
We'll get you on Team Vibe.
No, we're not.
We're going to do this shit.
No.
I'll make you an honorary vibrator.
Yes. I can just see the marketing that DC can have with Vibe. Here, kids, Vibe and Katana have a sword and a vibrator. That's all you need for life, right there. Take care of yourself and others with 2 things.
The lonely Asian ladies that have katanas and vibrators.
You can combine them into one.
Oh my god.
I could see it. Oh man, haven't you seen those like combat Bowie knives with you open the handle and it's got like a compass and like all this
Yes,
crazy
So you're
shit
saying
in it?
this one you open up
I
and has
had
a
one.
dildo in it?
Yeah, no, you just put the batteries in the handle. You open it up, put the batteries in.
Just make sure you put the right end.
Yeah. You would really want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
No slicey dicing.
Nobody likes a double gasher.
No. You can call that the old snick.
That's the X23.
Oh my god.
This is already a fun podcast.
All right. Next
All right.
news. Apparently everyone loved Cobble's rant last week on Superior Spider-Man.
All right.
So we're going to do another one.
Let me just read this for you, kids. We're already
Hope
up to
kids aren't listening to this.
We're
Hey, well, it's kids' books. It's coming
Superior
out.
Spider-Man 3 just came out this week, right? I don't know. I didn't read it.
Yeah, I did.
I refuse to read it right now.
Yeah, no one's reading it. Well,
I was
people are
gonna
reading
wait
it.
a
Somehow
few-
we sold out of like 70 issues. Don't know how.
I was going to wait a few months and try it again to see if anything had changed because I like to give books another chance, give it some time. But I'm not even going to have that time because here's the solicitation for Superior Spider-Man number 9. Dan Slott, ride segment, blah, 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 variant cover. It ends here.
Variant cover.
It ends here. Superior no more. The hottest comic in comics.
Lies.
Not really. Comes to a turning point that will get you angrier than you were after Spidey 700.
I believe that.
Will it get me angrier than I was after Superior Spider-Man 2? I doubt it. The time has come to see who will live, who will die, and who will emerge as the one true Superior Spider-Man.
Gee, it's a toughie. I can't imagine.
So you're fucking telling me
What's the date for that, real quick?
it's a May solicitation.
Okay, so that's
not-
before Comic-Con, so I was right. Okay.
So issue 3's out now. They're going to put 6 issues out in the next 3 months, basically. Actually, 4 months. 3.5
It's 2
months.
every month. Yeah. It's bi-weekly.
So they're not even giving it 6 months for this huge.
To be fair, the storyline sucks anyway.
Yeah.
So they should end it quickly.
But they're hyped to how this is going to be a huge thing, and like I'm just so sick of this shit. So sick of this shit. This is ridiculous. You're going to already tell me that it's going to be over in 6 months? Come on. I mean, if you're going to do it right. If you're going to do this, at least stick to it for a year. Give it a year or two. Give it a little while.
Best part about this, though, my boss gets to slap my coworker across the face.
What was their bet?
That Peter Parker would be back alive within a year.
A
Oh,
year.
no, 12 issues. It was 12 issues.
Oh, yeah, that's like 3 months.
Yeah, that is 3 months of Marvel time. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Jared's
just,
going to get slapped. Oh, it's going to be awesome.
I mean, I would think for an event that's been hyped like this and a relaunching of a book and all this stuff, you would at least give it a year or at least try to run with it or something. I don't know. I don't know what's
because
going
they're
on.
going to do the Amazing Spider-Man panel at San Diego, and to not have Peter Parker in it, that's like illegal.
If you want 52 issues of this, that's how long it's going to take them to go for a year. So.
Yeah. Jesus, this is just ridiculous. Come on, Marvel. I mean, you're doing so well with some of the Marvel Now stuff, and then you're going to throw this garbage at us. Give me a fucking break. Come on. I was going to try to give this book another shot in a few issues, but it can eat a whole bag of dicks. Like, I'm not even going to look at it. That's ridiculous.
Well, we're still selling well on it. So
People will spend money on
buy it, though. Buy it from Famous Faces.
Buy it from us. Please.
And then
I don't want it on the shelf. Then sell it on eBay or something. I don't care. Just get it off the shelves.
Give it to somebody you don't like.
Give it to Cobble. Everyone should go buy one and mail it to Cobble.
Do that. You do that, and I will do something.
We'll make a YouTube video of it.
I will do something wonderful with those books.
We'll use it for kindling.
Oh, they put someone's candy bar melted inside this comic. It must be it.
Yes. That's a smelly candy bar.
It's a Baby Ruth. This is nuts crazy.
All right, and on to some more silly, ridiculous news. I don't even know about this. Like, I'm kind of torn on this.
Superman and Latter-day Saints.
Yes. DC has been doing some digital-only books. They're doing the Legends of the Dark Knight, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
But they all get collected a month after.
What about Little Gotham?
That's coming out in April.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's a digital thing. It's supposedly pretty good. I haven't been reading it. It's getting some pretty good acclaim. I guess it's like an anthology thing. Writers and artists change all the time. It's supposed to be pretty good. So they decided to do it with Superman, which makes perfect sense since they're going to have the new Snyder and Lee Superman book later this year. They're going to have a Superman movie. Of course, they're going to do a digital thing.
Yeah.
So it's a digital Superman book. Going to be the same thing, different writers, different artists. And they've announced that one of the early writers on this book is Orson Scott Card, famous science fiction writer, who's actually a really good writer. He wrote Ender's Game. He's written a lot of good stuff. I've read several of his books.
They're making Ender's Game movie, so
yes.
Maybe they're hoping that his hype will come from that.
Maybe so. And
this will come from the Mormons.
He is a very well-known Mormon, which is fine.
How many wives does he have?
Stephanie Meyer.
Yeah, Stephanie Meyer's sister.
Laura Allred.
So that's fine and dandy. I don't really care about that. But it turns out that he is a board member of the National Organization of Marriage, which doesn't sound very intimidating, except to the fact that the National Organization of Marriage is one of the largest anti-gay marriage groups in the country.
Next to Chick-fil-A, right?
I think they're all together, actually. I think Truett Cathy's, I don't know. There's some kind of combination in there between Chick-fil-A and Nom.
I do love
Nom. No, that's ironic, I think. To be all against gay marriage and nom.
That just makes you think of Gobbler's Knob.
They're anti-Punxsutawney Phil.
Sons of bitches. But anyway, there's a lot of people that are very angry about this. I don't care for Orson Scott Card's beliefs. I don't really want to give him any of my money.
Yeah, no one cares about Frank Miller.
Yeah, Frank Miller
he's a psychopath.
That dude's batshit. But there is a big movement now. I don't know how big it is. There's a lot of people talking about trying to get Orson Scott Card fired off the book. I think that's a little ridiculous. If you don't want to support him, just don't buy the digital book. It's pretty simple. Don't buy the issues he does. There you have it. He's not going to be on it forever. But there is a movement to try to get him fired. I think that's a little much just because you don't agree with the guy. You shouldn't try to get him fired. I mean, he obviously lives in his own hell.
It's ironically what they do to the presidents, though. Yeah. You don't agree with the president, you try to fire him.
This is true. This is true.
Which is a good thing.
But I just thought I would mention that because it is kind of important, you know. People were talking about getting somebody fired off of the book because of this. I mean, there was also this, I don't know if any of you remember this, early in the New 52 relaunch, I think it was New 52 relaunch, there was a panel where Grant Morrison had Superman saying GD. Literally, GD. It was a word bubble that had the letter G and the letter D. And he said it was like a sound effect. Like, and people were up in arms saying that Superman was saying "goddamn" basically, and there was a.
Well, he's not a Christian.
Yeah, and there was a comic shop that
I
think they were called Comic Conspiracy that oddly enough that was going to boycott any Grant Morrison books, no longer sell them on their shelves. It became a big issue over nothing. So, and then before that, before the relaunch, there was the Superman thing where in issue 900 he renounced his American citizenship in a backup story, and like people,
I remember that,
all shit their pants over this. So
that seems like forever ago now.
Yeah, it does. People like to get all up in arms about a lot of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have my issues that I am passionate about too, but I'm thinking trying to get some dude fired off of the 2 or 3 digital books he's going to write for a couple months is maybe a little overboard.
They're going to go freak out on him, but Rob Liefeld's still
No, he quit comics or something. He retired.
Yeah, sure.
Some nonsense.
And Frank Miller's
successful.
Frank Miller's out there wanting to kill the entire Middle East, basically. That ranting fucktard.
He's like Dennis Miller and Rudy Giuliani all mixed in one. Hateful little ugly man.
Oh, it's terrible. So that's that. We just thought we would mention that, or I thought I would mention that. I don't care if anybody else likes it or not. I don't know if you guys even give a shit about it. But
I'm excited about it. I haven't read the digital stuff, and I love the Legends of the Dark Knight. So
yeah, I mean, I might check it out. Like, it's cool. It has to be better than the Superman stuff that's being put out right now. It's not so good, except for the crypto stories. Those are awesome.
Are you excited about the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to see it.
Oh yeah, but I haven't seen anything that makes it look good.
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
Looks like a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go see it.
It's Zack Snyder. He hasn't disappointed me, but
I'm not like
Superman sure has.
It wasn't like the Avengers trailer, so I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to see that.
I'm more excited to see Star Trek 2 than I am that, and I'm not even a Star Trek guy, really.
Yeah.
But I just really like the first Star Trek movie. But I mean, I want to see a Superman. I like the Superman movies when I was a kid, so it's got to be better than that Superman Returns garbage. That was.
I liked the one with Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, 3.
Yeah,
was it 3? Yeah, it was 3.
Because 4 was one where he threw all the nuclear weapons into space, right?
Wasn't that the one where he fought Ivan Drago?
it was the one that was Superman 4: The Revenge, where the shark came back.
Oh, I knew it. Fucking sharks. Super sharks, man. They're deadly. You gotta watch out for them. At least Batman's got shark repellent. Superman ain't got shit. What's he gonna do?
Light him on fire.
Chum the water, right? You know what I'm saying?
All right. What have we got next here?
WTF month controversy.
Oh, yeah. I've heard a lot of people bitching about this WTF month. And is the name stupid? Yeah, the name is stupid. Who gives a shit? It's comics. I've seen dumber. You see dumber shit on a daily basis in comics than a WTF month. Who cares? So their marketing is a little behind the times.
I can't just wait for a kid to go, Mommy, what's WTF mean?
Where's your father? No.
Who's the father? It's the Maury Povich episode. I don't care that it's badly marketed. Who cares? Like, are you saying that it's any worse than Marvel putting out months worth of Avengers vs. X-Men tie-ins that a miniseries
that had nothing to do with Avengers?
A miniseries ended months ago and they're still putting shit out about it? Come on, it's like
A+X.
Yeah, that's garbage.
It's going to pay off.
But it's at least they're putting out something. At least they're trying to get some hype out there. And then some of the stuff that they're hinting at seems kind of cool. They're bringing Creeper back. They're bringing Booster Gold back. That's pretty awesome to me. I mean, who cares if it's got a silly stamp on it? Like, people are getting all upset about it. Just shut up and buy the books, or don't buy the books.
You want to make a whole bunch of stamps, put it on pins, and just give them out to everyone who buys the WTF.
Hell yeah.
People buy a bunch of stuff that have silly stuff stamped on, and they're called Marvel comics. So
there goes any shot with interviewing anyone at Marvel.
Oh, don't worry. Eventually, they'll stop working at Marvel. They'll probably be making an independent image that's awesome.
Yeah. I like some Marvel stuff right now.
I do too, but see how long that goes.
All right.
What do I know? I bought the long shot trade a couple weeks ago. So
I bought the long shot trade.
It's awesome.
Your definition of awesome is different than ours.
Yeah.
Next thing is an Aw Yeah Kickstarter by Franco and Balthazar.
Well, it's actually by Chris Smith. So Franco and Balthazar are two of the big creators involved with it. It's going to have a ton of people. It is a all ages, all reader friendly comic book. Craycroft's got a
It was
little.
right up my alley.
He got a little Cray.
Action Cat.
Action Cat, Adventure Bug, Polar
Oh,
Cycle.
God.
It's a polar bear on a unicycle.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
There's a ton.
There's a fucking cell phone.
Yes, he's called Cell Phone Guy.
Can you hear me now?
This book's going to make its Kickstarter
I'm gonna-
from Craycroft.
I'm going to kickstart the shit out of this.
The stories
Donate
are
$10 every
the
day.
professionals already involved with there. Art Balthazar, Franco, Mark Wade, Brad Meltzer, Chris Robertson, Jason Aaron, Denver Brubaker,
Jesus
Alejandro Rosado, Patrick Scullin, Jen Abrahamian, Chris Smits. A ton of people. There's some really cool art, really cool characters. Mark Wade, which is a weird lobster thing. Evil Cat. They were only going to do 6 issues, but within, I think the day it started, they reached their goal of 15,000. There's still 24 days left, and they're already at $31,260 with 788 backers.
Holy crap.
So they've already doubled the commitment to 12 issues. There's a ton of different levels that you can pledge at. Digital versions, print versions. There's a couple where you can get the creators will actually read one of the books to you, and they send you a MP3 recording of them reading, so you can have them read along with the book.
I want Jason Aaron to do it though, because his voice is so dark or deep and serious. Like I just want to hear him read me a kid's book.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff you can get. Some of the pledges are already gone, but they keep adding stuff all the time. They've moved it up to 12 issues now. The read along that you get is there's a digital exclusive. It has the origins of Mark Wade, which is by Art Balthazar, and Polar Cycle, which is by Franco. And then one of the pledges has the Aw Yeah read along. The crew will read the digital comic to you, exclusive to Kickstarter only. There's all kinds of different levels you can get. And they announced something this weekend that's amazing. There are going to be, throughout Monday and throughout the week, there are going to be 4 different Twitter accounts that are going to be associated with this, like Balthazar and Franco's Twitter accounts that are going to be tweeting out like mini chances to support the thing. They'll have like a 15-minute support tier, and they'll tweet out "Go now," and you can go, and in that 15 minutes, that support tier will be open. And if you can get it in 15 minutes, good. In 15 minutes, it's over with, and there'll be special serious and funny prizes you can get for supporting them during these 15-minute times. So you have to follow their Facebook and their Twitter accounts to keep up with these crazy, like...
And not have a job.
Yeah, you have to basically follow these crazy, like, I guess, pop-up, like, support tiers. It's weird. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I'll see if I can find it on here. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. But it's... we'll read off the Twitter accounts that you have to follow as soon as I can dig them up. Sorry, poor preparation. But if you're one of those people that has all the time in the world to follow it, and you want to sit around and wait all day and maybe catch on to a cool chance to support this, then...
What if it's nothing? What if it's just like you click on it, it's just him going, like,
that's okay.
That's it.
I mean, if you're gonna support it anyway, why not wait for something cool?
That's in addition to whatever is at the level you're supporting at, right?
Yeah. And
it's not gonna be like, screw you, thanks for your money, Dick.
Here's the exact post. Starting Monday, the Aw Yeah Comic Kickstarter fundraiser will be running pop-up reward incentives. They'll be posted without warning to one of their Twitter accounts or on their Facebook page. They'll only be up for 15 minutes, and if they haven't been backed in that time, the reward will be taken down. No warning will be given until the next one is going up, or how many there are going to be. They'll be nondescript and listed on the Kickstarter page, so the only way you'll know what the item is if you read it from one of their posts. They'll range from the serious to the ridiculous. So the accounts are at Art Balthazar, at Aw Yeah Franco, at Superfist, oh yeah,
Ooh.
at AYC Publishing, and the Aw Yeah Comics publishing page on Facebook. So if you want to check those out, if you're one of those Twitter freaks that sits on it all day long, maybe you can find something cool. Or you can just go straight to the Kickstarter page and fund it. I mean, there's $5 all the way up to obscene amounts. A lot of the tiers are gone because they were short, like 10, 20 backer tiers that got you sketches from those guys. Really crazy stuff. But there's still a lot of prints available, and you can get digital copies, physical copies of the book, all kinds of stuff available. So it looks really awesome. So go check it out. I think it's going to be fun.
A little hungry.
We'll link to the Kickstarter page on our Facebook and Twitter.
Yes, we'll link to the Kickstarter page, and we'll also add those Twitter handles to the Breaking the Fourth Wall Twitter, and that way you can go, link them through us, and check them out. Maybe get something cool. What do we got next? Going to our books.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to talk about our books of the week. We got quite a few. Lots of good stuff came out this week. It was a nice week. I'm happy. So the first book, we're going to let...
Jason's he's having a panic attack over there.
I'm not. I'm calm, cool, collected.
He's scared.
They call me the cucumber.
Yeah.
As in cool as a...
I thought, as in went into Lonely Housewives.
No. The only vegetable with a condom on it, besides Terry Schiavo.
Oh, good one.
Too far?
No, just
No,
far
we're
enough.
fine.
All right.
First book is Avengers number 5?
Yeah.
Already. I don't know. I guess it started
That's
at least
fine.
a week and a half ago.
5. Started last Saturday. It's good.
Avengers 5. Jason's going to start on this.
Yeah, this is where you get introduced, or the backstory to Smasher, the first completely human Imperial Guard member. Whoopity-doo. But it was good. Whoopity-doo! Yeah. Not that people really give a shit about the Imperial Guard that much in the outside of the Marvel world, but it's still a good story. I thought it was really solid. Like,
I'm always happy to see Gladiator's purple mohawk bouncing around.
It was way better than the last issue.
Last issue was good.
Yeah, when you read it twice.
Obviously, I'm like way smarter than you. So
that's good. I'm glad you have your PhD.
Almost.
Oh. But
I think this issue was just a little easier to follow. It was a little more straightforward.
I enjoyed it. I like this character a lot now. So
also, what you did with a character that didn't have any really backstory for you to explain. You could throw your whole backstory out in this issue. Hyperion has a lot of history, so I think that's why I threw people off.
I think Hickman really likes the Marvel space stuff because he did it with Fantastic Four with all those guys. The same exact. Did you read Hickman's Fantastic Four run at all?
I read something you told me to read.
Okay.
Like a good boy.
Good boy. Thank you. He had the same thing with the Imperial Guard and with Black Bolt and everything. So, I mean, he really likes his character. Don't pick the dog's face.
Dog face.
Wait, you're not Sydney. Sorry, Fox. But yeah, I thought this was a really solid issue. I was happy with it.
How long are they going to be doing these backstories?
At least one more, because Captain Universe is next month.
Yeah.
So that would be 6. So I guess with 7, we'll start the next arc.
Well, let's see. On the roster list, you've got a bunch of people that most people would know, and then you've got Manifold, Smasher, Captain Atom, and Hyperion. So maybe they might do a Manifold issue. And the only other ones that are slightly less known would be Cannonball Sunspot, Shang-Chi, Spider-Woman.
They better not do backups for them.
Yeah, I can't read one-shot issues on all these characters. I'll get bored pretty quick.
I would think after...
Shang-Chi would be good, but...
Shang-Chi was awesome in this book so far. Yeah. He's only been in a couple panels, and he has whooped ass.
They want to make a Shang-Chi movie, so that's probably cool. Making him good.
That would be awesome.
And it's not the 70s, so it's easier to make stuff good again.
Yeah. So I would guess Manifold would probably be the last one I could think of they would do. I don't know. I like these issues so far, though. I like the little one-off, tell you a little bit about it. Good setup. I think as a whole, once they put these into like one book, it's going to be a nice little trade.
Well, it's probably going to be 1 through 6 then. So you'll get one little short story arc and then 3 one-shots.
Yeah. They'll do 1 through 7 so that they can sell that trade for like $58.
It's not Avengers vs. X-Men hardcover. $75 for that hardcover. All right, so the next book we're going to talk about, Shaun, I think this is your book of the week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Think Tank number 5. This book is fucking awesome. Have you read Think Tank?
No.
Have you read Think Tank?
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's so good. It started out as a 4-issue mini by Image. Let's see who the creators are real quick. Morrison Ekadal, I have no idea how to pronounce that, and Matt Hawkins. If you've ever seen the movie Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Which is an awesome movie. This is basically a modern-day version of Real Genius.
My God.
It's so good. It is. The guy...
Pick up the trade now, aren't you?
I got the first 4 in there if you want to read them. It's a really good book. Yeah. It's basically this guy who is a super genius who works for DARPA, works for the government.
Ooh, DARPA.
DARPA?
Yeah.
DARPA is the name of
No, DARPa's real.
Yeah.
DARPA's awesome.
Yeah.
And evil, but awesome.
Yeah. It's basically the super science technology.
It's fucking S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it's basically S.H.I.E.L.D. in real life.
Only way.
They design all the weapons and such and secret technology for the government. And this is like a super genius guy who's probably in his 20s. He's very much like the Real Genius character. He's a total slacker, kind of goof off, but he's super genius. He thinks he's smarter than everybody else. It turns out that the general that's in charge of this program is pretty much as smart as he is or smarter, but he underestimates her because he's kind of a misogynist. But he's designed all this crazy stuff. Pause.
My God, you know how to sell this to me.
Unpause. All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to go grab the Think Tank books since Jason was getting a little excited. But this is a black and white book, by the way, so if black and white turns you off, you might want to get this. But the art is really amazing. Really well done. It's not your typical black and white book, Walking Dead, where the characters tend to bleed together and you kind of don't recognize who's who anymore. This is really well done.
That's racist.
Racist.
All those white people look alike.
Oh, Walking Dead's back tonight.
Oh, that's true. It is back tonight.
I work. Who gives a shit?
You can deliver pizzas to people watching Walking Dead.
No, I get to deliver pizzas. I get to deliver to the Walking Dead. I've been doing it in Vieira.
But Think Tank, this guy he's their super scientist guy, designing all this stuff for him, and he's always working on their projects that they want him to work on, but he kind of slow rolls them where he's kind of working on the stuff he wants to work on and rebelling against them all the time and always kind of breaking their rules, but they kind of keep him almost a prisoner
He's like a loose cannon.
Yeah, he's a loose cannon. It's a buddy cop movie. So he does his own stuff, and he uses it. He uses these inventions that he tells them haven't been developed yet, but he's using it to fuck with them. And at the back of every issue, he actually goes through all the stuff. The writer goes through all the stuff that he mentioned and tells about how it pertains to real life. And almost everything that he mentions in this book is actually being developed or already has been developed or is in the
I have
works.
to deal with that shit now.
It's amazing.
Stupid degree.
Stupid degree. What's your degree?
Human factors and aeronautics.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's awful. I mean, it's great.
I love it.
I'm sure I'll be working with you one day.
I got a pseudo nerd boner just now. But this
There's a lot of those this week. I have text saying I have a nerd boner. Like, oh, hi.
Yes,
I'll just text you when I get regular boners.
Yes.
And then I'll send you pictures of them.
Yes.
But the back explains a lot of stuff. We're gonna skip the nerd boners for a minute. The back of the
Just gloss over our nerd boners.
Oh, we'll gloss over it. All right.
You're making my nerd boner nice and glossy.
If you mean lip gloss.
Ooh, Dr. Pepper lip gloss my boner.
I'm a pretty princess. Well, this podcast is fucking ridiculous, and I love it.
Oh my god!
Anyway, this was only supposed to be a 4-issue miniseries. It got such a good response that they put out another book called Military Dossier, and then decided to make it at least a few more issues. I don't know if it's going to be ongoing or if they've just extended the mini. But issue 5 is this week. It just continues the adventures of this crazy.
Extending the mini is also what I call my nerd boner.
That's true. You learn all kinds of stuff on this episode. But check this book out. It's really smart. It's really fun. If you've ever watched the movie Real Genius and loved it, which you should have, this is modern day Real Genius. It's amazing. And plus all the crazy tech stuff they talk about, they explain it in the back, which is really cool.
Is he like Laszlo or is he more like Val Kilmer?
He's more Val Kilmer, I think, because he actually like uses.
Aren't we all? We all want to be the Val Kilmer, don't we?
Well, old Val Kilmer,
Old Val Kilmer.
not fat Val Kilmer.
Fuck that. Val Kilmer now, I'm sure, is just as... He was in MacGruber. He's Kumpf. That's hilarious.
It's a good name.
It was awesome.
There's some dog drinking for you in the background.
Yeah,
That's just
we know how you like that.
That's just me going into Shaun.
Nom nom nom. Dr. Nom.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks, Morrison Scott Card.
No. So, Think Tank, go check it out. It is a good book. Shaun, you said the trade was available?
Yeah, first trade's available. I'm not sure how much
It can't be
is,
much. It's top count, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably $10.
So it's definitely worth picking up. I don't know. I know the single issues have gone up a little bit. You can still find them for a semi-reasonable price. But here's a tip, kids. If it's Image and it's #1, fucking buy it.
Stop telling them that. You know how many Image #1s I sell now? We're like,
them?
oh shit, we got to order more. Oh crap, they're on back order. Why can't people just ask us to order this when it's solicited?
Yeah, order them ahead of time. Like, yeah, how dare I send people to buy things for you? How dare I?
Just let us know beforehand that
Yeah.
you want this book. Instead
Fill out your
do you
previews.
have this book? Well, yeah, we had 10 of them. We didn't know everyone in the world was going to want them today.
Fill out your previews every month. Turn it in. Look through the Image section. If it's a #1, I haven't read a bad one yet. There's actually only one I haven't read this week.
Really? So Infinite #1 a couple years
What
ago?
about Youngblood #1?
Yeah, those
Awesome.
were good.
Got
Those
them
were
both.
Good. Yeah.
Got them both.
Infinite
Box
#1. You would love to read Infinite #2?
I didn't say anything about
I had an Infinite #2 this morning.
It is Infinite #2.
Image United? Did you like that #1?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Oh god, I hate you.
What about the Image Christmas special?
So good.
So good.
You're saying so good to defend yourself now.
No, all the newer Image stuff has been good. Let's put it that way. I've liked everything. But Think Tank is awesome. Go check it out. I think we just sold Craycroft on it, so
Yeah, I'm going to probably buy it.
it's a good book. All right, our next book.
It's Snapshot #1, written by Andy Diggle and drawn by Jock. And this is the first thing they've done together since, I think, Green Arrow Year 1, because I think that came out after Losers. But this book follows this comic book employee named Jake, and he picks up this phone, and this phone has a dead body on it. So
Where does he work?
The best comic shop name ever.
What's the name of the comic shop, Sean?
Near Mint Rhino. That is fucking genius. Oh, yeah, by the way, who put out this comic?
Image.
And it's a #1, right?
Yes. It's 4 issues.
It's #1. It's Image. It's good.
Okay. It's better than Image United. And Infinite #1.
By a little.
By a lot. It makes Image United and Infinite #1 its bitch.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
This book makes a lot of people its bitch.
That's true. This is probably one of the best books that's come out in a while from any company, really. I was blown away by this book. I thought it was absolutely amazing. But yeah, you follow him, and he finds this phone. He starts freaking out, calls the cop, or the phone rings. This guy shows up who claims he's a cop and tries to kill him. And then, what's the name of his buddy? I forget the name of his buddy. He cracked me up in this issue.
It would be awesome if his name was Fat Man, because they could be Jake and the Fat Man.
Oh.
And I would be very happy about it.
We'll call him Fat Man for the review. But
It doesn't really matter. You're not going to need to get too attached.
Yeah. This is true.
Spoiler.
Yeah, that's the key crucial point of the story.
Sort of is.
It's the page 5.
But, no, it's near the end.
No.
Yeah, it is. I don't have the issue in front of me. Yeah.
You know, there's kind of a trend, too. It's the second comic shop employee I've seen killed in the last 2 weeks because of the episode of Supernatural last week.
And Jared.
And Jared, well, yeah.
Rest in peace, little fucker.
Oh, Jared's was a little death.
Yeah, it's a deathlet.
Aw. But anyways, this book had a great ending twist to it. I wasn't expecting that ending at all for it.
It goes from a pretty straightforward book to kind of wacky at the
Yeah.
end. Like, you think you kind of know where this is going and what's going to happen, and then it really throws you for a loop the last couple pages, which is good. It keeps you...
It starts a little hokey, but you just got to push through it, too.
Yeah. What was the
Just barely.
What was the joke you were making about the jokes in the book?
They're not usually funny.
No, there needs to be like a 3-second
yeah.
little word bubble that says
Comic timing is
wait
not...
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Comic timing is hard
Okay.
to get in a comic, which I
Yeah.
guess is ironic. I don't know.
But yeah, that was my book. What was the next one? Oh, Green Arrow 17, Jeff Lemire, and I can't read that name.
Andrew Sorrentino.
Yeah.
No relation to the situation.
No. But Andrea Sorrentino...
You know that? Why do you know that?
Which I know everything.
Andrea Sorrentino was the artist for, or I guess still is the artist for I, Vampire. So if you like that art, it is awesome.
But this made Green Arrow relevant and good again. I love this. And you don't need to read the previous crappy Green Arrow art.
No, because I stopped reading this at issue 1, and I haven't picked up issues since then. And I picked up at 17, and it throws you right in, and it's fantastic.
Yes, I thought this book was great.
Have you read this shit, Jason?
I read one. I read issue 1, and I have to agree, I stopped.
Yeah.
You need
And,
to read this issue.
Yeah, all right, fine.
It's good. And, I haven't been watching the Arrow TV show, but
It's good.
Jared was saying that you could tell that this is they based it a lot off the Arrow TV show.
Yeah, because the Arrow TV show is based off the origin from Green Arrow Year 1, which coincidentally was done by Andy Diggle and Jock, who did Snapshot.
Phenomenal.
It's a great 2 names, too. Diggle and Jock.
Diggle Jock. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Give your mom the old Diggle Jock. But the art is very nice and very fitting, and it's cool little black and white panels snapped in to the color. It is very reminiscent of the Arrow TV show, which is fantastic, by the way. They refer to the island a lot. There's a conspiracy thing in the background.
In the comic?
Yeah. They refer to his time on the island, which was from Year 1, and there's a whole thing about his dad being dead and him not. There's some kind of secret.
Yes.
How was that?
That was the dog yawning.
Oh, all right.
But there's like some kind of secret that his dad held from him. That he's trying to figure out. Looks like it's not going to be the same thing as from the Arrow TV show.
Hopefully it's a secret family.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
It's a traveling salesman.
Secret Mormon family. That's awesome. I will do that with all of the issues of Superior Spider-Man. It's like a decoupage chair with comic panel.
Decoupage.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. You pulled that out.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
That is excellent.
Decoupage. Back to Green Arrow.
I Diggle jocked your mom and decoupage all over here. This has become a really, really interesting...
I think you should drink more so we can see where this goes.
I have had a Big Red, a coffee, and a beer.
Cobble juice.
Cobble juice.
Want some beer?
Don't get your dog drunk. That's a horrible
I
idea.
was just going to give him hair of the dog.
Hair of the
Get
dog.
it?
Yeah, I get it.
Because he drank last night.
Jared drank last night. That's why I never came home.
Yes. Oh, Jared, come home.
Something bad happened.
It's
Last
like
night.
Snoopy.
You know something bad happened to him. He was clinching last night.
Well, he wouldn't let you in.
No, he put up a fight.
It'd be funny if the dog comes over. It's like, oh, what? Jared's trapped in a well.
Well, not a deep well. He's going to be angry if he listens to this.
He doesn't listen to this.
I doubt it.
We love you, Jared, even though you don't listen to our podcast.
Asshole.
But anyway, this is a great jumping on point for Green Arrow. If you like the character but haven't liked this book, which is pretty much par for the course,
Your mom jumped on my Green Arrow.
oh, she totally did. You left her all a quiver. Okay. All right.
The next book.
We're going to have Craycroft on more often because this is a lot of fun.
Okay.
But
This
it's
is
good.
really getting a lot done.
The art's beautiful. The story's good. It's a good jumping on point, and it's only $3. So you can't beat that. So grab this book. It's awesome. It's
$3 is how much they are before they kill them, though. like the DC issues.
Yes.
Because isn't Justice League $3.99?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Next book, Avengers Assemble Annual #1. This was all you.
It was all me. It was good.
And neither one of us was.
It was a Vision-based story, which isn't usually popular.
I like the Vision. He's one of my favorite
I do
characters,
too.
and they always kind of shaft him.
I like emotionless people because I can relate to them very well. I have no ability to empathize.
So Red Tornado.
Yes, I like Red Tornado.
Red Tornado is one of the best characters.
Red Tornado was killer on Brave and the Bold on the cartoon.
That show was awesome.
on the Christmas one. But yeah, no, it was good. It was rock solid. It was just a generic Avengers,
I was told he kind of calls him out for how they treated him over the years. He kind of...
Yeah, he's been like a red-faced stepchild.
Let's see what you did there.
But no, they address that in the story, and it's pretty good. It's just like, I don't know, it's like they're setting him up for something, some kind of use. Because he's not really being used right now.
Because he might be in Avengers #2.
Well, the Ultron thing's coming up, and...
Yeah.
Vision can always be useful in an Ultron
I
battle.
don't want to talk about Ultron.
I think
Let's
they're
ignore that book.
I think they're just bringing him back into relevance slowly.
I would gladly take him, and they could take Scarlet Witch out. She annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I have no problem with the Avengers vs. X-Men, but I don't expect shit out of Marvel. Hence, I bought the long shot trade. I couldn't believe you guys still had it on the shelf.
I can't believe it's still in print.
But it's awesome. If you don't like the Mojo verse, then you can go fuck off right now. That's what I say. Everybody will tell me the same shit. That movie, The Fifth Element, is amazing, and then they'll hate the Mojo verse. It's just as crazy and stupid as The Fifth Element. Fifth Element's a terrible movie. I said it.
I think we lost some listeners.
It's a terrible movie.
Fuck this podcast. It's stupid.
Huh?
No multipass.
Multipass.
Multipass?
What?
No multipass.
I hate that movie.
Wow, he truly...
I hate it.
Next, I almost said next movie. Next book is Great Pacific #4, written by Joe Harris.
I've never seen that movie. Get it?
I'm sure it would be a good movie
Because
if it comes out.
you said next movie.
Had a booby poke.
Great Pacific #4. If you haven't been reading this book, this is a really, really good
You're going to
indie book.
dick if I get breast cancer now.
No, not really. It happens. You guys don't really...
Yeah, they do.
Stop.
Men get breast cancer too.
Not as often as women.
Eh.
I thought you were going to poke my boob. Like, no more boob poking.
Yeah.
That's done.
I'm getting cancer. You're getting cancer.
Great Pacific
No cancer.
#4, written by Joe Harris. This book is about a, I want to say young kid. They don't say his age. Have you
I'd say about mid-20s.
Yeah. Who moves to New Texas, which is the trash island in the Pacific Ocean.
That makes sense.
Dude, it's awesome. You haven't read this book at
No,
all?
never heard of it.
He's basically a trust fund kid who is who's going to be like the inheritor of this huge empire, like big oil kind of multi-billion-dollar empire, and he's kind of a philanthropist. He goes around giving his money away to people and helping people needed, and he fights for the environment and all that. And the company isn't really happy with him doing this because they're one of those companies that kind of fucks the environment.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. And he, in the first issue, he basically fakes his death and steals a whole bunch of money from the company and goes off and starts his own little colony on New Texas.
New Texas. And this one has to do, I forget the girl's name who's in #3.
Is it Zoe?
Is it Zoe? That seems too easy. Like,
I can't remember
I'm
off the top of my
figuring this out.
I'm getting tired of that name.
Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
What else is Zoe involved in?
Zoe Deschanel.
She's pretty.
Gives a shit.
I do, 'cause she's pretty.
Watched the movie last night. All right, we're back. We had a little pause.
Wait, what movie did you ever watch last night?
Darkness Falls.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep. Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
I showed my kids that
They had
part
to save the rec center, man.
It's called Miracles. Turbo's dancing upside down.
Turbo and Ozone, the broom dance, that was my jam.
I love that fucking movie.
Why are you both, judging me? I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Breaking 2.
We're just getting you ready for 5.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
gonna be
Next
horrible.
book is Colder #4 by Paul Tobin and Juan Dadan.
Have fun reviewing this because
Neither of them were involved with Breaking 2 Electric.
No, they were not, unfortunately.
I have two
Colder
dogs
is
fighting under me. This is not. Hey, whoa, hey, buddy.
Hey, dogs and
That wasn't the dog.
dogs in wrong places. Colder #4. This is a horror book by Dark Horse. It's really interesting. They've established a whole lot in these 4 issues. basically, there's this kind of demon creature guy named Nimble Jack, and he feeds.
Jack.
Yes, you simple bitch. He feeds off of insanity and makes people crazier, and it's kind of hard to explain what's going on with this book. But there's a lot of they can go into this kind of alternate sub-universe where like insanity and fear lives and is...
Oh, my head?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Craycroft's head.
They go inside my psyche.
Basically, this guy was in like kind of a waking coma for a long time, the main character, because of an interaction with this Nimble Jack. And he's had a woman taking care of him. And he comes out of this coma out of nowhere, and then Nimble Jack kind of finds him and then kidnaps this woman and brings her into this insanity world with all this crazy shit going on, and he has to go rescue her. So it kind of shows him bouncing in and out of this crazy world trying to find her, and it's a weird book. The art's beautiful. The story is weird but interesting. It's a really scary book. There's a lot of really crazy imagery in it.
I picture you curled up on the couch, like,
Crying.
scared.
I'm crying, peeing my panties.
Well, no, that's not when you're scared. That's...
I feel so alone. But it's a really good book. I like it a whole lot. It's colder. I think it's going to be 5 issues, so it's almost over. But I can see this coming back. The Nimble Jack character is pretty cool, pretty creepy. So we'll see. But check it out. It's only 4 issues in. It should be pretty easy to find.
We're just going to do like quick little reviews on other books that we're getting ready here.
Yeah, some other stuff that we really liked. Harbinger Zero came out. It was really good. It's kind of the backstory about Toyo Harada and another character, another side named Darpin. Pretty interesting. It talks about Harada's life as a child, which was during World War II, during Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Pretty interesting read, pretty good. If you like the Harbinger stuff, you'll like this. It's a good book.
Did you ever hear about that guy during World War II? I think it was a Japanese guy, obviously, because he was in one of the islands. But like, he never knew the war ended until like the 70s.
Yeah. They lived like 40 years or
That's
something.
fucking awesome.
Did you hear there was another guy that was at one of the sites when the bomb dropped, and then he survived it and went home, and they dropped the other bomb on it. He lived through both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He was like a businessman. He was traveling and was in whichever, I don't remember which city was bombed first, but he was there when the first city got bombed. He survived it, went home, and then was there for the second bomb.
Do you know how he survived it?
He's the Antichrist?
He ducked and covered. And that's how they figured that out.
It's true. Duck and cover.
Jesus. Okay. Let's see.
I just picture somebody holding a duck and covering themselves with it. Duck and cover! Duck and cover!
I've made blankets out of ducks. I'm super fine now.
Jeez.
Did you read Earth 2?
I did read Earth 2.
Earth 2 number 9?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really good. The last issue was like the Wonder Woman's daughter thing.
Yeah, that was the Steppenwolf.
And this is like the starting to the new arc. And it's pretty much like, oh, Adam might be a good guy and team up with him. No, Adam's still a dick and works for the government.
And Sandman is a dick and works for the government.
Yeah. So now it's just become government heroes versus non-government heroes. So it's like Civil War and Earth 2.
They're throwing out a whole lot of the old JSA characters, but they're not all on the same side. It's
Or it's the South. I mean, it's pretty much...
They're going to rise again.
Either work for the government or you start a militia down here.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you read New Avengers number 3?
Yes.
What'd you think? Besides Beast looking horrible in it.
I guess it's the same artist. It's been going on. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but I can.
No, it's okay.
The art, it was good, except for the Beast. I think they made the Beast look kind of ridiculous and cartoony, and I don't understand.
What do you think of the end? I heard people were upset.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't think it was as big a deal as people were making it.
No, I think it kind of fit the story. Are you going to read this, Jason?
No.
It's the Illuminati.
I can't. I mean, all I read with Marvel right now is Avengers books, and I can't read 20,000 Avengers.
This is an Avengers book.
That's what I'm saying. I can't keep reading. Like,
I think
it's like people bitching about the 10th Batman book. They're like, "There's too much Batman." Same thing with Marvel. It's too much Avengers.
Yeah,
that's true.
And too much X-Men. Not enough Longshot.
Maybe that can change.
Longshot will be in the Marvel now.
Not enough Hawkeye. More Hawkeye.
There's plenty of Hawkeye. It's perfect.
The one book?
The Hawkeye that they don't fuck with is great.
Yeah, I don't want him
as long as they keep their stupid hands out of it. It'll be a great book forever.
Forever?
Yeah, so what? He's Beast.
I think Beast
looks like goddamn Hellboy, the guy that plays Ron Perlman. He looks like Ron Perlman.
He does look like a blue fairy Ron Perlman. A blue even furrier. Ron
blue Ron Perlman.
Jeez. Okay.
It's like Ron
Next book, I want
drowning.
you two just to discuss this. Young Romance, #1. I think the Valentine's cards in there were pretty hilarious.
The Valentine's
Hilarious.
cards
They're awesome.
were awesome. The
Hilarious.
stories were garbage.
Yeah, they were terrible.
This is an $8 book. What the fuck are you doing, DC? Seriously? You're trying to get market share back and you're putting down fucking $8 young romance books with shit stories in them? Are you fucking serious? Like, I could go dig through a dollar bin right now and find 7 random 1970s true romance comics that will beat the shit out of every story in this book.
It kind of shows how little comics creators seem to know about their audience. Because, like, if it was to grab women readers for some reason, there's a shitload of women readers already, and they're reading the same books.
If it was to show how an awkward man can be more awkward with women, then you did a great fucking job here, DC, because every one of these interactions is
Nightwing
awkward.
is such a pussy in this book.
And Batman talks like Batman doesn't fucking talk in this book. And then you've got the Superman Wonder Woman date, which could have been interesting with Eros, but then you bring
Didn't they do that in Justice League like 14 or 15?
I don't even know.
They do that on all kinds of online porn, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All kinds.
Hi-yo!
And then
The Nightwing ones would kill me.
yeah, and then the Apollo
glad I
Midnighter
read
one.
it.
They're trying. I mean, it's cool that you're trying to you threw in the gay romance story, which is interesting. 2 good characters, but then you danced around it the whole time. and
It's shoehorned in there, too. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we did this for you, gay guys.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
then the Bosley art is not good. Sorry.
No.
And Milligan's usually a pretty good writer, but this was a clumsy book. And then you have it end with them not being able to realize their love for each other, and then Apollo goes back to a fucking Thai ladyboy in a goddamn bar.
Hey.
Really?
Don't knock it till you try.
Because that's how gay guys are. That's how gay men really act, is that, when they can't get their true love, they go pick up a fucking Thai ladyboy at a bar, of course.
Well, yeah.
That's how shit. Well, come on, DC. Quit fucking trying to force feed me this garbage. You got some good books out there. You throw an $8 fucking young romance book? What in the fuck?
2 rants, 1 episode. Yes.
Oh, it just makes me mad because you could have done
It's
something.
okay. It's
Not
okay.
done. I'm not done. Not fucking done.
I know what they did. Young Bromance.
They could have had young romance.
Young Bromance could be fucking hilarious.
It could have been awesome. You could have made this funny. You could have made it charming. You could have done a lot of things with it, and you just dropped all the balls. You dropped all the balls.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Except for the ones you're trying to stuff. Except for the ones you're trying to stuff in our mouths with this garbage. You can do better, DC. If you're going to drop an $8 one-shot book, I would have paid $8 for this if it was all Valentine's cutouts. That would have been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because the
They
content,
saved it. They
Yeah.
saved it for me. Like,
They
I'm
totally
going to
saved
buy this because of the... I seriously bought it because of the Valentine's. I don't give a shit about the story.
they did a Jonah Hex Valentine. You put a hex on me. That's amazing.
What was the Superman one?
I'm going to stick my dick through the hole in your face.
That was not the Superman one.
That was the locomotive thing. My love's like a locomotive.
So he just jackhammers her.
Because I run trains on you.
Batman's was Tonight's Just Us.
Brainiac. And it was all,
Yeah.
it got all weird.
You bring out the animal with me. It was Animal Man. Oh, I love the vibe one. Te amo, te adoro. My love is
Where's
more powerful.
the
than
Boz one? Does he talk about making her blow herself up for God?
I love Nightwing one. You got Grace and Beauty.
Oh, jeez.
It's close to Cray.
And I don't get the one with Cyborg over here. What's
Fucking code.
It's just bad. It's binary code.
I don't
I guess
fucking know.
I guess it's hilarious to fucking nerds.
The Swamp Thing was kind of sad. You don't bring me flowers. Poor Swamp Thing.
Have you seen the DC Robot Chicken special? The Swamp Thing one. It's like the 2-second clip. The girl's like, "What the hell is that?" It's like, "It's a Swamp Thing, baby." And that's it. I wanted that to be the card. Like, yes. I can just go and edit all those to that.
DC, here's what you got to do. You go back and you reprint this book immediately.
No.
And you take out a couple little things. I would like to call it the stories.
Young Bromance is where I want to go.
Take the stories out, put all Valentine's in. I'd have paid $8 for this. But the stories were sad. I mean, come on, man.
You have Kid Flash and like goddamn Robin going to like the mall to get like clothes. Young Bromance having like some fucking Sbarro. That'd be killer.
Sbarro.
Where can you not go with that?
Nothing like Mall Italian.
Yeah, they go.
Mall
They
Italian's
go to a UFC fight or something. It's perfect.
Throw out.
You put a hex on me.
Bro out, and the whole time they're driving, there's Nickelback crazy.
Oh God, no. No.
That's my young romance
All right.
rant.
The next is our special segment that we brought Jason in for.
Yeah,
That's shit Craycroft. Kids books.
I don't know. It's whatever. That's partly why you brought me in. But no, but you guys haven't been touching on shit for kids books except for JL8. And that's all him. You haven't done Dick for Kids books.
I'm sorry, Tiny Tines got canceled. Otherwise, I'd talk about Tiny Tines every month.
That was a good book.
Tiny Tines was fantastic.
Every kids book they put out is every kids book that both of them put out is great.
What are the prices on those? What's the price on Superman Family Adventures? Is it like $4 book?
No,
No, it's $2.99.
I think they need to put those at like $2. Because parents are going to be more likely to buy a $2 comic for a kid. They start seeing $3 for a comic, and they're like, I don't know about all that.
Problem is they got to go to a comic book shop to get them most of the time.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem.
When I was a kid,
These guys don't give a shit about selling those books to people.
But we have sections dedicated to kids' books. Every time
by the exit. What does that tell you?
Buy your shit and get out.
You see some stupid little asshole kid.
You want me to put next to the John of the Homicidal Maniac stuff?
Yes.
Like, here you go. Once you're done with this, you can read about it.
You know how to sell to my kids, obviously. But they don't. Not enough is put on there because you got to get these kids while they're young. It's like puppies. That way they won't stray. That's how none of us started reading comics later in life. Like, nobody goes, oh, I'm 35. It's time to read comic books. I'm tired of vagina.
the first comic.
It's time to read comic books.
The first comic I ever bought on my own was I had comics before. I bought yard sales, had people give them to me, or whatever. The first one I ever bought on my own, I went into an IGA grocery store in Illinois and picked up Justice League #5, where Batman punches Guy Gardner in the face off of a spinner rack in a grocery store.
Yeah, spinner racks.
That you can't. I mean, that's good because I can't keep this perfectly mint if it's on the spinner rack. I get the dents in the bottom, you know.
You should see all the kids' books I have are ripped to shit.
Yeah.
Like I got The Last Young Justice, and it seriously is like in a Z shape now, and nobody read it. Like, how did it get that way? I don't know.
Once it enters your house, it works.
Yeah,
It's just
but
kids.
yeah. So anywho,
Focus on the subject.
For the children.
Get the paper together. Be official.
for the children, there's a shitload of comics for kids right now that are great. But what came out last week, or relatively recently, was Adventure Time is solid. If you let your kids watch Adventure Time, let them read the fucking comic. It's simple as that.
It is the best show on
And
TV.
it's more tame in the comic than it is on the show, and it's smarter in the comic.
What about the Fiona and Cake book? Is that good too?
Yes, of course it's good.
They have a special. They have the old episode and the new episode tomorrow night.
Pendleton Ward is some kind of goddamn genius. Because, like, Bravest Warriors is fucking great. Like, everything this retard does is awesome. I don't know what that, like, he's some kind of, he's amazing. Like, every single
Maybe we can get
second.
him on the show.
Every single second of
Sorry,
Adventure
we called
Time
you
is
a
great.
retard.
I don't care. But no, like, but for, like, the littler kids, if you don't want to let them see something funny or cool, and you're one of those weird parents, there's gentler kids comics like Superman Family Adventures, but this past week, Mr. Toast Ninja School. It reads like a board book. It's so simple. And both my kids liked it, and it was good, because I liked it, and I bought it for me, because I'm apparently some kind of weirdo. But it's hilarious. It's hilarious in, like, a Sunday morning newspaper kind of way, though. Not like fucking Family Circus, but, like, you know, like, something that was funny, like Calvin and Hobbes. Like, there's funny there. There's funny there. Just read it. Get over yourself and read a kid's book every now and then. That's what I say. And
What's your idea for a kid's book?
Oh, my idea for a kid's book?
Yeah,
That is not for a kid's book, by the way.
This is copyrighted already.
This is not
It's totally for kids.
This idea was-
Totally for kids.
This is not for a kid's book, but it's called Baby Dick, and then the title.
What was that again?
Baby Dick.
It's just funny to hear you say baby dick.
I know. I want to say that the title came to me, and it made me laugh, and it had nothing to do with me looking at myself or mirror or anything. The word Baby Dick came to me because I thought of something funny, and then the idea was that this is like a 1-year-old detective. And it's dark as shit. Like the world, it's drawn so fucking dark like that.
Like Frank Miller's Sin City dark?
No, like, yeah. Yeah, darker, but like painted. Like that voodoo child kind of, like those horrific, yeah, like really fucking dark.
Like
but with
dark crime noir stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just like straight.
It's just this baby in a trench coat.
Yeah,
But the baby's like straight cut out of a cartoon. Right?
Exactly. The baby is drawn like the baby in Who Framed Roger Rabbit or whatever. I don't care. Take this idea, make it fucking happen. Baby Dick. You will fucking sell something.
And he solves all the crimes, right?
He solves all the crimes by happenstance. Because, it's like, he's a bad guy. And then they're like, oh, he's probably a suspect. Good work, Baby Dick. Like, and then it's gritty crime noir chasing the guy down. And, like, he rides in the car seat in the cop car with them. Like fucking just getting fucking goldfish and fucking cereal everywhere in the cop car. Like, you'll have him sitting, because it has to be in the back, so he's in the back of the cop car with the perp. And he's like, you're bad. Like, just fucking hilarious. Just him talking shit. And it's like, then it's like Dog the Bounty Hunter, like, he's talking sense into him. Like, the criminals are like, you know, baby dick, you're on to something. It's fucking, it writes itself.
I think we're doing 8-hour comic book day. Can you please come in and make this happen?
Yeah.
You need to come and draw Baby Dick.
I'm gonna need a model, like Alex Ross. I need an Alex Ross baby dick model.
Don't you have a baby?
What? She has a vagina. It's the last I checked. I mean, I'm not a very good father, but I'm pretty sure she's still a girl.
You can't.
And my boys are just swinging like crazy. They swing their jelly. They call their penis their jelly.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Yeah.
Beyonce, god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's
Beyonce
that.
memes. Do you know that there's actually
There was
the
a
top
chive
20 Beyonce memes from the Super Bowl?
There was a chive gallery of just dedicated Beyonce memes.
That's amazing. I
That
love
was
it.
awesome.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want you to hate me.
You don't like the chive?
I've never
Reddit
been to the
and
chive. I
something,
don't even know
yeah.
how to get to the chive.
It's okay. Which the chive.com.
Yeah, I just go to Reddit.
Yeah, no one likes Reddit.
Yeah, you know who does? Me.
Yeah, good for you. You and Kevin Little.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Do I know him?
Probably black. So
So I know all the black people.
Yeah.
I'm down with him. Does he rap? Can he play
No.
basketball? Are you just going to be
Actually, I don't
racist
think
from now on?
Yeah, he likes watermelon, likes fried
Who
chicken,
doesn't?
grape drink.
I want some.
I'll tell you right now,
There's some
great
fried chicken
in
for
any
dinner.
form is great.
Grape drink is delicious.
Fried chicken.
I want some fried chicken. That sounds awesome.
Like
Popeyes?
Popeyes or KFC?
Yeah.
Good answer.
I want some box chicken. The shit you get the frozen in the box. You just throw that shit in the oven.
You want some
right
chicken
out.
box?
Chicken box. Oh,
Maybe,
Box box.
if only you could do like multimedia and there's a song I want you to hear. But yes, that reminded me of it.
What are you pulling up over there?
Just look it up. It's called Quack Like a Duck on YouTube. It's the best fucking music video you'll see.
What are you pulling up on your iPad?
Well, if Craycroft is done with his that shit Cray.
I'm not giving you like a fucking catchphrase or anything. I'm not gonna be like, and that shit crazy. That's not gonna
We
happen.
don't want that. Yes.
So yeah, that's how you get kids in your van.
Your unmarked white van. You got an ice cream.
It's marked. Pedophile!
Free candy.
Chris Hansen
It's
follows
pets like
everywhere.
PTO file. Like, we'll keep records on your pets. We're pedophiles.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the worst segue ever to InvestComics Hot Picks.
I hope one day, like, we get somewhat big and someone listens to this and actually does that to their band,
That'd be awesome.
and we see it.
And then it's evidence, and then you'll feel guilty. Because I won't, because I have no empathy.
It'll be on to Catch a Predator, like, oh fuck.
That seriously was like my favorite television
That is the
show.
best
of
show
all time.
They haven't done one in a long time. They're still doing these things.
How do you
Chris
catch
Hansen
him?
got busted for something.
He got busted for cheating on his wife.
Yeah, so
That's
they
not
don't,
a big deal
CSNBC
on-
doesn't want anything to do with him now.
No,
They
he's
can have
still
another
shit.
host. They can find somebody else.
Yeah,
I would love to have that job.
They're still
They
doing
stopped-
those busts. They just did a big one with they busted like 50 people here in Florida like a month ago.
Dude, I would love to have that job, making people feel like shit all day.
This place is like the fucking deadliest catch for pedophiles. Like, you can just get the big score every day here.
If you go to the
Playing Bon Jovi's Dead or Alive. Where they at?
if you pull up Florida on the on the sex crime like locator thing, it's
whole
just
map
one
just
big
lights
red
up.
dot over Florida.
That's why it's a red state. Goddamn. There's like a whole city out like near Orlando. Lisa Ling went there. That she was probably safer in North Korea, but she went there. Fucking, there's like this whole little like shantytown city in the woods, like near Orlando. That's just all kid fuckers.
That's disgusting.
It's horrific.
That is disgusting.
It's because they're not. It's like we're supposed to be like, oh, boo-hoo.
So
you're
it's
not
like a
allowed to live
shanty
near-
hobo town kind of thing, where they're just like
Yeah, like a tent
tents
city.
and shit. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like intensity in 10 cities.
All right, I don't know how to segue out of what we've been talking about, but
First
Tweeted
ever-
it. Someone should respond really quick.
yeah,
The first ever edit for content.
yes,
You're
edit for
welcome.
content. Then we got a pedophile segue, which is not a kid diddler on a Segway. Which is really funny.
He's got his candy necklaces and fucking little things of juicy juice.
He's got little streamers hanging off the handlebars.
Pedophile Segway.
Just riding around Disney World. Next time I go to Disney World, see some guy on a Segway, like security, like, fuck that guy.
And I picture him dressed in the short shorts.
Yell at him. Call him up.
Pedophile!
And he's dressed like the guy on Reno 911 with the short shorts on. Jeez. All right, I want to go back to a couple books. One book that we didn't mention earlier that I totally forgot about is Hypernaturals #8. I mentioned that book before as a book that you should be reading. It is a fantastic book by Abnett Lanning. It is a super science, superhero, space, crazy future drama. It is kind of like if the Legion of Superheroes was a little less bogged down with 5 billion characters and 40 years worth of history.
I got a tweet about how to transition out of pedophiles.
How do you do that?
But enough about fucking kids. Things we should have thought of.
Enough about kid fucking. Let's talk about...
enough about fucking kids, because that can be taken 2 ways. Fucking kids books.
There you go. Enough about fucking kids books. Hypernaturals #8 came out this week. It was really good. I like the art. I like the story. It's I can't tell you a whole lot about this because you really have to have read up to this to get what I'm talking about. They start learning more about the AI Quantinuum, which is kind of like the artificial intelligence that runs their universe. And you've got a bad guy named Sublime who they're having to team up with. They don't want to, but they have to.
Do they want to team up with Sublime with Rome?
Yes.
No. F that man. That is garbage.
They want to team up with the Long Beach Double.
Jesus Christ. No.
I don't want to get on a tangent about Sublime with Rome. That's just, that's garbage.
Just do a new band. Just do a new band and play the old songs if you want to. Just do a new band.
Don't play the old songs. No.
Just dig them up. Fuck it.
No.
He's probably preserved. I don't think
if you can make a
heroin
hologram of Tupac, I'm pretty sure you can make a hologram of Brad.
If you can start touring Queen again, then you can do anything you want.
Dude, you could do a lot with Queen.
Queen, Sublime, they're not on the same level. I mean, Sublime's fantastic. But
they were doing Queen with Adam Lambert. I'm on board with that. The gayer, the better for Queen. That's what I say.
Sorry. Just what
My wife is showing me something from
Doritos mouthwash.
Doritos Scope. Are you fucking serious? Wow. I hope it turns
you gag on that.
Never seen Sean gag on anything.
Finally. I was convinced you didn't even have a gag reflex.
You know who doesn't either? Psyduck.
Fucking Psyduck.
Psyduck doesn't have a gag reflex. I'm sorry to get off Hypernaturals there. Abnett Lanning, we love your book, or I love your book. I don't know about anybody else. I love your book.
I'll read it.
And it is really good, and the characters are really interesting. I like it. They got even Thinkwell, who is awesome, and there's a clone guy. It's cool. He's like the 45th clone, and he has all the powers of all the clones before him.
Oh, they should do it like that movie Multiplicity.
That would be awesome.
Where they just got dumber and dumber.
She talks about Pepe Steve. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. We're going to eat a dolphin. We're going to pet a dolphin. We're going to eat a dolphin. All right. Actually, I do want to mention something that relates to last week. I haven't been reading Batman and Robin in a long time, but Shaun reviewed Batman and Robin Annual 1 and really hyped it up, so I went back and read it, and fuck, that book was really good.
Told you.
Yeah,
that actually makes me want to go back and read. I think I'm actually going to go back and pick up where I left off, which is about issue 6 or 7, maybe 8.
I'm not saying do that.
Well, I want to catch up with it. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some kind of character progression. It's the same writers, right? It's Tomasi's been writing the whole thing.
Gleason's been drawing the whole thing.
So I'll give it a chance because the annual one was really, really good. Great standalone. It actually made me like Damian for the first time ever.
Is Damian an unpopular Robin?
Yeah, no one likes Damian.
No, there's people that love him and there's people that hate him.
I'm just warning you. I don't know how much truth is to this, but something might happen to Damian soon. So.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely be one of the
Don't tell me. Catch a Predator.
Yes.
Let's say he goes to a Segway store. He comes out shaking with his hair all fucked up and
his mask dangling.
I just think it would be awesome if
he wanted to cry but he couldn't. Like, I need to scream, I can't. That kind of thing.
I think it would be awesome if in Batman 17, at the end of the Death of the Family stuff, they're all standing outside of Wayne Manor and they look up and Alfred's standing on the roof and he goes, "It's all for you, Damian," and jumps off. And he jumps off with a fucking noose and hangs up. How amazing would that be? It's all for you, Damian!
I would buy that.
How twisted. I can see Scott Snyder doing that because we discussed this before. Scott Snyder's a genius, but he's a little twisted. Scott, we want you to be on the show at some point.
Well,
hopefully you'll listen to this show and come on here.
You thought he was twisted.
Yeah.
You had me come over.
That's true. But anyway, I like Damien in this book. It's the first time I ever liked it. I didn't really care for him before. Sometimes where I hate him, sometimes where he was barely tolerable. This issue was really good.
I think Damien's genius.
In this, have you read this issue?
I haven't. It's like the next comic I
It's awesome.
I don't doubt it. I think Damien's great.
It's the first time where it's made me like really want to read about him at all. So that's good. And
I wanted to name my kid that if he was born on June 6th. And I told my wife, he's born on the 6th, I'm naming him Damien.
That'd be awesome.
Only the 6th. Sure enough, he came out the 4th.
That's okay.
I know, right?
But Gemini, that's okay though. I'm down with Geminis.
I'm not naming him Gemini.
You should name him Gemini. That would be totally retarded.
It's like a serial killer.
Like Moon Unit Gemini.
He's clearly going to be a goddamn like psychopath. If I
Name like
Gemini.
Moon Unit Basket Weaver Gemini.
This is my father, the Trinity Killer.
So anyway, with this show, we hope that we get people reading new comics that they maybe have never read before, or maybe going back to something that they had.
I
that
think
they didn't
Segway
like in the
sales are
past.
going to go down after this.
Segway sales should go down. That's retarded.
Or they'll skyrocket in certain tent cities.
So we've had people back on the tangent. I'm trying to stay at least somewhat on tangent. It's not working.
We're selling a ton of Segways nowhere near schools.
And short shorts. Segways and short shorts everywhere.
Yeah. It's
And
amazing.
candy necklaces.
And bug juice is skyrocketing.
Little known fact, candy necklaces will absorb chloroform. Did you know that?
So do you wear them for protection? It's like a garlic thing with vampires. You have to wear a candy necklace.
Oh, no.
You won't rape me for long.
Oh, I'll be with you a long time. This podcast has everything.
You are not expecting a wet nose in your crotch. Holy shit.
Sorry. All right,
It's
so
a good laundry detergent.
this podcast has already got me into reading a book I wouldn't normally have read, and
Mr.
hopefully
Toast?
it's getting Mr. Toast, and hopefully it'll get you into reading some books that you haven't read. We already had at least one person tweet us that they were reading Hawkeye now because we hyped it up so
Wait,
much.
who? Someone tweeted us?
Yes.
I told it to you.
Well, yeah, you don't count.
And
I'm reading Hawkeye
I
because of
see
you.
every week.
And I'm reading
JLE.
more text messages.
Yes. We're text buddies.
We're textually. Yeah.
I'd say I don't have your number. Wait,
He showed me his textuals or texticles.
That's the first thing I tweeted him.
But so hopefully we'll get you into reading something new. And if you want to get us reading something new, let us know. We have some contacts you can get a hold of us with. TheRealBT4W at gmail.com. TheRealBT4W on Twitter. And Facebook.com/TheRealBT4W. You can find us on InvestComics.com. You can find us on Stitcher. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube.
Probably on the Guardian Brevard.
Yes. You can find us in. You can probably find us in Crime Towns.
We advertise in the pedophile press. Which is not a special move they do.
No.
Oh my god!
Well, after you've had it done to you 100 times, it's not special anymore.
When you get to the WWE, then you have to stop that gimmick. But
Wow.
Uncle Creepy.
We're also going to look into getting on to Blog Talk Radio. And once we have enough episodes, we're going to see if we can maybe get with the Comics Podcast group. We have to have at least 10 episodes. And believe it or not, with all the professionalism you hear in this episode, you would think that we're way beyond 5 episodes by now. But we're only 5 in. I think we're doing a pretty goddamn good job.
I could probably hammer a few more out today.
We're just going to look at next week's books and predict what happens in them.
I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff next week, so next week will be...
Yeah, it is going to be good week next week. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, period. Right
There's
now.
a lot of good periods.
A lot of good periods.
No period's a good period.
Segue into InvestComics. They're the best.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that
Periods
that
are
week
excellent.
sucks.
Why?
Moody and whiny, and I don't want to do
Oh, yeah, you're not moody or whiny ever.
ever. Totally calm.
You keep calm and...
I keep calm and
You keep calm and shed your uterine lining.
Yeah. Great segue into InvestComics Hot Picks.
Damn, we gotta figure this out.
All right, we're going to go to the InvestComics Hot Picks real quick. We're talking about InvestComics Hot Picks every week.
Oopsie-daisy.
Basically, InvestComics puts out a weekly article that talks about some stuff that you might be interested that's coming out soon. and references back to some older books. Since the Guardians of the Galaxy book is about to come out, Star-Lord is the main character in that, and the Guardians of the Galaxy movie is
Star-Lord. Star-Lord's amazing.
The movie guy, that's great. Chris Pratt?
Yes.
He's
Parks and Rec.
Hell yeah. Or from movie 43.
Oh, I didn't know he was
Or
in
Zero Dark 30.
Oh, he was in... No, who cares? He was in movie 43.
The movie was awesome.
I don't give two shits about that movie. I don't care if it's awesome.
You don't like serious movies.
I heard a comedian say it's called News the Movie. I do like serious movies. I don't like propaganda.
I like serious movies.
Actually, not trying.
Serious movies.
Seriously, I love that movie.
I have 2 copies of that movie, believe it or not. I don't know why I do too.
I got like a Blu-ray copy. I don't even know it's on Blu-ray.
I want a Laserdisc of it.
I have Rad.
That's amazing. The BFX movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Of course it is.
All right.
Hot Picks.
Hot Picks. Hot Picks takes some of the books coming out soon, or some of the hot books right now, and gives you some reference of where to go pick up older appearances of them, first appearances. Stuff that may or may not go up in value, or maybe you just want to read some older stories about characters that are popular now. So this one goes over the first appearance and some early appearances of Star-Lord. Talks about the casting of Star-Lord in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Awesome.
Also talks about the new Uncanny X-Men coming up. The new Star Wars book, the Brian Wood that we reviewed a few weeks ago. Issue 2 is about to come out.
Second print is out this week, too.
Wolverine X-Men 25 is evidently going to have Wolverine's brother, Dog Logan.
I'm sorry, what?
His brother from the Origin miniseries.
Is he a bounty hunter?
Dog Logan, the bounty hunter. Dude, if he has a mullet and talks about Jesus all the time, that would be
He's Canadian.
Oh my god.
Here's a cup of syrup. Let me tell you about the Lord.
Abra?
So, do you have any more of the Wolverine books? No, Cobble and Craycroft bought them all.
Yes.
Like, sold out this week.
What? What'd I buy?
You two buy the freaking Dog the Bounty Hunter Wolverine book.
I would buy that.
I would. I totally would.
I would buy. Honestly, I would buy anything where Wolverine goes to Christ. Which I assume that it would be a good joke where it's like Wolverine comes up to Christ. No, I can't think of it yet.
I can just see somebody writing him all gruff and mean and like popping his claws. Just seal of Trinity you'll ever need, bud.
Never mind. I was about to go on a very far off tangent. It's about Liberia.
Oh wow,
it's good.
Anyway, some other stuff. I didn't know this was coming out. Powers FBI #1.
Yeah, it only took a year after the previous
that's
one.
Powers Bureau is what it's called.
Peter Panzer Faust 9, which is those books are super hot right now. So grab it. It's only going up, kids. If you're interested, I have a set of 1 through 4 on eBay right now. If you'd like to go bid on it,
It's only going up, kids.
Damn it!
You can't stop.
Wow, it always goes back.
We're going to be investigated. Cops are going to come banging on the door next week.
They'll see that it's from Florida and they'll understand. If these psychos are recording it, they're not doing it.
Also, the big thing coming out this week, Batman 17.
Yep.
What happens in that?
I can't tell you.
All kind of stuff.
What's that all about?
What's in the box?
So,
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's face.
just talks about some books coming up, some older books you might want to check out. So go check out the hot picks of the week. And go like InvestComics.com's Facebook page. And go like our Facebook page.
Why do they have the nerve to bring up the Coldplay comic?
There's a Coldplay comic?
There's a Coldplay comic.
Is it just him dancing around with his jacket and multicolored rings?
Maybe. Yes. I have no idea. I've heard about that, and I'm like, what?
I didn't know there's a Coldplay.
But yeah, there's a Coldplay comic, and it's on their hot picks. They must know something I don't.
Where is it?
This is Milo Xyloto or whatever the fuck.
That's what that is?
That's
we
Coldplay.
ordered one of those.
Milo
that's
Xyloto.
probably
It's
not gonna-
#1 from Bongo. And
Bongo.
Bongo?
The people that do goddamn
Simpsons
comics.
books. Yeah, it's weird. And then another one they're talking about called Standard #1 from Comics Tribe. I haven't heard of that either.
You know, Coldplay's never been on The Simpsons. That's weird.
They haven't?
Yeah.
That's surprising because everyone else has been on The Simpsons.
Yeah. Like Anne Romney's probably been on The Simpsons.
Ooh,
No, she hasn't.
well, maybe.
I'm sure that
Not yet, she hasn't.
She probably doesn't let her 40-year-old kids watch cartoons.
Don't they have a kid named Trip?
Yeah. That's how he actually got her pregnant.
Oh, Trip.
There was a hole in his magic underwear. And he slipped and fell.
That's tragic.
Well, tripped and fell.
Well, this has been a special episode. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
got
We're still pretty early in this episode. What kind of other rants and raves and books do we want to talk about?
I
There's a book I haven't read yet that came out this week. I haven't got a chance to read it, but it looks awesome. It is from Shadowline Image.
It's the greatest phrase in Spanish that there is, too.
Dia de los Muertos.
Day of the Dead.
It's issue Uno, $4.99. It's an oversized book. It's
It seems like they didn't have to call it.
That's a magazine size.
Magazine size. It has an interesting smell to it. It's the whatever the paper is.
We're actually doing like in-depth reviews. Like, it smells weird.
It tastes like shit.
Smell the book.
Isn't that Jared's book?
Yeah.
Smell Jared's book.
It does
You won't
smell-
lick Jared's book. You won't lick it.
The artist is Riley.
Look at that.
The artist is Riley Rossmo, the guy that's doing Bedlam right now.
So that's
if you like that,
Bedlam's hardly coming out.
It's
Yeah.
more than one artist because it's like a anthology type
but
situation.
Riley Rossmo's been part of most of it, though.
Yeah. But
He-
I'm just saying, give some damn credit to the other asshole.
Well, go ahead and read them off.
No.
Read them off.
Jean-Paul, whatever the fuck. I don't even know.
That is the actual name of it.
Suzuka?
Jean-Paul, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
that's
Jimmy Superfly Suzuki.
Jean-Paul Superfly Suka.
So we got 3 stories. We got one by Alex Link and Riley Rossmo, colors by Nick Johnson. We have another one with Christopher Long, Jean-Paul Suzuka, and Riley Rossmo. And then another one by Derek Manning, Riley Rossmo, and Megan Wilson.
None of these names of the writers sound Hispanic, which is kind of weird to me.
But it's an interesting book. I'm going to read it,
It is
shortly.
weird.
I
I have to feel that this might be a racist book, though.
Could be. I will review it next week. I'm sorry I didn't get to it this week, but there's a lot to read.
I see no wolf people, so it's not as racist as it could be.
Yeah.
Oop, that's like a Papa Shango looking guy. I don't know what that has to do
Shango?
with. Well, they're naked.
They are naked. Oh, look at
It's
that.
not for kids.
No.
Certainly, well, it's definitely not for kids. It's about
Also, a couple of the books that came out this week that we didn't get into because I thought I was going to get into them this week was the so-called conclusion to Rot World, the issue 17 of Swamp Thing and Animal Man.
Don't
And
finish in 18.
I was going to wait until the end of this storyline and kind of review the whole thing as one book. But then I read them, and it's nowhere near a conclusion. They don't end it. They said to be continued next month after the conclusion.
They were okay, though. But the art in Swamp Thing was pretty horrible.
Yeah, and not that the guy's a bad artist. It just doesn't fit this book at all. The style doesn't fit what's happened in Swamp Thing before. It doesn't fit the story. So I don't want to trash the guy's skills. It just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And yeah, both the books are pretty good. It's just that it's not a conclusion by any means. It even says at the end of Swamp Thing 17 to be included in basically both books next month. So I really hate that they said conclusion. I think this is run a little long. The storyline's is dragged out a little.
It's okay. Scott Snyder's out after next issue, which sucks because Swamp Thing sales will probably go down.
And Scott Stapp is taking over, right?
Yes.
I would hope so.
Yes, he is.
From Creed.
I would hope so.
He has
From what I
nothing else
understand,
going.
he will take them higher.
Yes, because he has his arms wide open.
There's a Creed reference. That's the signal to end the show. It can only. God damn it! I hate Creed so much.
I do too.
I don't know who I hate more, Creed or Nickelback.
Oh, that's easy. Nickelback. You want to know why? Because everything else in Canada is awesome. They are ruining the entire name of Canada. That's why. Avril Lavigne, great.
Okay, that's it for this week's podcast.
You know why else Canada's awesome?
Rush.
Maple syrup?
It's 50% made up of A.
Yeah, we're so done with this podcast.
I think I broke Craycroft.
I'm going home. Thanks for listening.
All right, guys.
Next week.
That is episode number 4 of Breaking the Fourth Wall. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to our sponsors.
Famous Faces and Funnies and InvestComics.com.
If they stick around.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick doesn't have a choice.
Thank you to Jason Craycroft for helping out this episode. We'll definitely have him back. This is fun. We hope you guys will stick around and hope it didn't get too offensive. But I thought it was pretty fun.
I thought it was nice and offensive enough.
Yes.
I mean, I would have left in what we've cut out. But I understand why.
This is the first episode we've ever had to edit for content.
So, God, there's a Zoe No conversation in there that should have been in there. That was probably the best one.
Be sure to visit Famous Faces if you're ever in Melbourne, Florida. Check out their Facebook. Order some comics from them if you want. They have a ton of stuff there. They'll find it if you want it. And go to
There's no
InvestComics.
guarantee we'll find it. There's some stuff. Like, we don't have Amazing Fantasy 15 laying around.
They're out. You're out of It's Tokyo, Charlie Brown. Just so you know. You savages didn't even know you had it.
Look, it was on the new release shelf. I didn't think to look there.
You savages didn't know you had it.
Was it good?
Yeah. Charlie Brown's always good.
Damn right, Charlie Brown's always good.
Because he's
Well,
clinically depressed.
Also, I think next
He's
week
clearly got leukemia.
I'm going to do an in-depth coverage of G.I. Joe next week, I think. I've been catching up on G.I. Joe.
The comic or the show?
We should do our own separate
shit, I already
podcast.
have it all.
We should do an own separate
Pork chop
podcast. The G.I.
sandwiches.
Joe podcast special.
Okay,
I
I'll do that.
could cover, like, the Christos Gage stuff at the beginning.
Because I've been trying to catch up on all the IDW G.I. Joe stuff.
I have the old Marvel
pretty
stuff.
awesome. I do too.
The G.I. Joe Transformers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got that.
Okay, look forward to that.
Where you got somewhere to be?
My wife says, "Wrap this shit up."
She's done. Just like get these guests out of here.
She's not a fan of geometry. She hates tangents.
Oh.
That's right. That's right.
Okay,
That shit just happened.
I'm Shaun.
I'm Shaun.
I ruined your show.
Bye.